Hello. Hey, everybody. Let me give it a few minutes to get everybody situated here. I am on a few minutes later than expected. Technical difficulties. This is our first show. No big deal. So I apologize for being a few minutes late. I'm just going to check and make sure that we are all good. Make sure that you can hear me. Okay, perfect. All right, so I have Team Brittany Zamalik here. You guys, as you are on and as you are seeing everything, you see Team Brittany Zamalik here. This is my team that we have created a very specific Facebook page for. Think of them as your concierge. If you need anything, if you have a question about anything, if there's any trainings or anything that I mention here in any of these calls that you feel like you need some clarity on, or you need a link, anything, feel free to message them here. So let's do this. I want to see, before I say let's do this, and then let me not do this, let me hold off. I just want to see and check and see where we're at. I'm checking on my phone. I just want to see what we've got. Okay, so I see on my phone I have 4 people watching. Okay, this isn't showing me. That's what I wanted to see. As far as comments, okay, state your name if you're watching me. 4 people. Okay, there we go. All right. Just want to make sure that we are good on that end. So, all right, y'all, I'm so excited about this. I am literally actually very, very excited about doing this. I have big plans for Nicole. Hey, girl. Okay, great. Big plans for this show. You will be able to find me here every Thursday at 1 o'clock Central Time. Fallon, hey, girl, hey. 1 o'clock Central Time every Thursday, and we are going to do some stuff while we're here. This is going to be a big deal. This is my baby. So I have current clients here. I know that we have several other people that have never worked with us before, hi Nicole, that are new to our world and all of that. And I am just so excited. Welcome. So thank you so much for being here today. Let me pull my notes over here. You can expect these trainings that we will do here every Thursday to be, Terry, hi Terry, you just had a birthday. You can expect these trainings to be incredibly valuable for you. I am going to be treating these trainings just like I treat a paid course, a paid program. My clients know that, and hence the reason they show up here also, which I love. So these trainings are going to be super, super valuable for you. You'll always be able to watch the replay, of course. And if you have girlfriends, family, all of the things that you feel like would benefit from being in this group, you are definitely able to invite them. It's a brand new group that we started, and I'm really excited about it because it's not going to be a lot of fluff. It's going to be actionable content and steps and things that you can do to start changing your freaking life, right? Enhance your life. Get yourself where you want to be. Everybody is in here because you're a mover and a shaker, and you have this desire to get to a place that you're not at right now, right? Something is pulling you to something. We're going to talk a whole lot in here about health, about weight loss, about fat loss, about strategies and tactics, but we're also going to talk about the things that I feel like are highly, highly important in order to make all of those other things stick and make all of those other things worth it in our lives. So nobody likes to feel like they're wasting time, and you can be doing all of the tactics, you can be doing all of the strategies, but if you're not growing as a person internally and you're not actually creating habits that will last for you, then you might find yourself as being someone that has lost and gained weight back in the past, and there's nothing worse than that. We want a transformation that is going to come from the inside out, that is going to enhance you so that you can show up that much more in your life. I just did a live with Fallon earlier this week, and she kind of mentioned a few times that she had felt like she just kind of had this brain fog, just kind of like cloudy walking through. I have been there before as well, and I know exactly how that feels, and I know that so many women suffer from that as well. So I want you to kind of keep that in mind as we talk today. Just kind of going through life, going through day to day, feeling like maybe you're underwater and you can't really hear as well. It just sounds muffled. Well, think about that, how it feels when we have brain fog, or we feel like we're just walking through life like a zombie. Is that, and the question that we're going to pose with today's call is that the way we really want to live? Is that the way that like we want to look back and say, we scraped the plate of our whole life. We didn't leave a crumb behind. We didn't leave a morsel behind. We absolutely walked and lived in our lives every single day to the best that we could. We didn't just kind of scrape the top of it. We didn't just like kind of get the tip of the iceberg, but we went all in on our lives. We constantly pursued growth. We constantly pursued deeper relationships with our husband, with our children, with the positions that we're at in our lives. I know some of us are teachers, some of us are nurses, like all of those things. Like if you can get yourself fired up for growth and for potential that you have in your life, then you will spread that to other areas of your life. And that is the big picture here. That is why I do what I do. It is not because I just want to preach calories and workouts all the time. You can Google those things and you can find some things. Sure, there are tactics. Sure, there are ways to do it that are better than others. And I guarantee you that I teach things way better than maybe you've heard before. And you're going to hear all of that in here. But if we don't get this right and decide that we want to become game changers in our own lives, then we're missing the point by a long shot. We're missing the point. So I'm getting ahead of myself because I'm just so excited. Hey, Christy, because I'm just so pumped for this. This is what like I love to do so much. So here's what I'm asking for you to do, because I am spending my time. You will see that this is my baby. This is going to be my baby from here on out. My love language, there is nothing that I love more than after a call like this, I pick up my phone on my social media and I see tags and I see boomerangs and I see photos that you have shared with your takeaways from what you have learned. Not just simply oh, hey, let me tag Brittany, but like what's actually helping you with what I am saying today. That's what I want to know. Is there a takeaway? Is there something that you want to share in the world? Are you getting fired up about something? Because we know that we just need one little flame to like light the fire. And that's what we want to do, is be game changers in our lives. So if you are finding what I am saying helpful, if it is something that is encouraging you, there is nothing more that I love than to see you share that and spread the word. That is a massive compliment to me, and I take it very, very seriously. And so I would absolutely love that if you would take a boomerang, take a photo, whatever you want to do, and just post that there. All right. So let's see here. So first things first, I'm going to properly introduce myself. My name is Brittany Zamalik, and I change women's lives. Okay? That might sound pretty bold, and it kind of is. Okay? I want you in your life to feel that way also. Hi, my name is Christy. This is what I do. Hi, my name is Terry. This is what I do, because I have that confidence. But that confidence starts from within, right? So come in, come sit with us, and we dare you to not feel inspired when you sit with us. We dare you to not feel like you need to go out and do something and help better the world and help better your people, take your relationships deeper, and live with your eyes wide open. That's the point of all of this. Okay, Fallon said it so well earlier this week on our call. She said, you know what, like you can download an app, or I think maybe this was in her little Google Doc that she sent over that we were talking about. You can download an app You can download a meal plan. You can go and do reps in the gym. You can go and do all of those things. But unless and until you actually embody and do the actual deep work of leveling up as an entire person and wanting to level up your entire life and getting fired up about your entire life and seeing how taking care of yourself goes and starts a domino effect to other areas of your life, until you really see that, until you really see how to actually apply these things to your life, it will just be another rep that you do in the gym, right? It'll just be another workout that you do, or it'll just be eating another bowl of chicken and rice. That's not very transformational, and that's not really what I'm interested in. Okay, I don't really just consider myself just a personal trainer or nutritionist. It's much deeper than that, and it's much more than that. So you come into our world and you will taste that. You will see that. So I know we have so many clients that are watching here. So if you are a client or you're a past client and you would agree with that, let me know in the chat here. She's the best. Christy, thank you. Find your takeaway? Yes. Perfect. All right. How are we feeling so far? We're 11 minutes in. Are we fired up? Are we feeling like, well, I got something else to do? Where are we at? I want these calls also to be very interactive. I want to get to know you. If you're a client, I know you. If you're not a client, I want to get to know you. I want to hear and I want to talk. So share what you're thinking right now, if you will. Good, good, good. Okay. So today's call is really going to go into a bit of what we talked about just now, my tangent already. Like I said a minute ago, we will have strategic calls. We will have strategy. I am all about strategy. Like, you're a client, you've done something of mine before, you know I'm all about strategy. We need a plan. We need to have a plan. We need to be able to open it up. We need to be able to do it, and we need to be able to go. But until we actually, like I said a minute ago, make the decision that we want to level up, we are leaders in our lives, and we really see the impact that this choice that we make on our own to better our lives and to decide to go deeper, not always wider in our lives. We don't always have to be spread so thin. We can actually come this way, micro focus in, and go deeper on ourselves and into self-development and say, I am here right now with 40 pounds to lose, and it is March 16th. Well, let's see, in 3 months from now, I want the 40 pounds gone or well on its way to be gone. And I also want to not be so glued to social media. I also want to have a deeper relationship with my kids. I also want to have a deeper trust in myself. I also, we're going to go deeper, and I want you to go deeper, right? We don't want to just scratch the surface of our lives. So think about that. And we come across so many women that we have talked to in the past, that, it's just kind of a willy-nilly thing. Yes, I want to lose weight, but I don't really care. Like, I kind of want to, I kind of don't want to. Like, we're just really vanilla, and we don't really have much of an opinion about it, right? It's just so normal. The fogginess we're walking around with, the lack of like gumption, gung-ho, the lack of, what's the word I'm looking for? Just the giddy up about our lives. We don't even realize how lackluster that is. And if we can't say that our lives are worth the work, worth the energy, worth this work that we need to put in for ourselves, then what are we even doing? What are we willing to settle for? If we don't even see how vanilla, surface level we already are with things. So that's the first thing. So here's the vibe here. Here's the vibe inside of this group and in these Thursday calls and these trainings. The vibe here is we are leaders. Okay, if you follow me on Instagram, you follow me here on Facebook, you have probably seen that I've been talking about that a little bit more, because I want to speak to you in a way that helps you to become that leader, to be that leader. Most of you already are that leader. You don't have to become, you are. And so you're this leader, and what likely has happened over time is maybe just this one area, maybe a few areas in your life, but maybe this area in particular, fat loss, weight loss, maybe you're not leading in. That's okay. You might just not know that you're not leading in it, and you might not know how to start leading in this way. And so what I want to do is set the tone and set the vibe that we are action takers. We are leaders in our own lives. We see a problem. We don't turn our eyes away from it. We don't put a screen in front of our faces when our kids are acting like absolute nightmares, or put a screen in front of their faces, maybe I should say, when they're acting like absolute nightmares. We deal with the issue. We discipline. We do what we need to do so that we can take our relationships and our lives deeper, so that we can enjoy it, so that we can live eyes wide open, so that we are not walking around like zombies. Because there are so many people that are walking around like absolute zombies in their own lives, and they aren't even awake to the issues and to the problems. And so we have to decide this work is worth it. The work on myself is worth it. I'm going to assume that I don't have to convince you of that. You already know that you are worth it. If you don't, come stand around, come be in our world for a little bit longer, come sit with us and hang out here, and you will start to feel that way. I'm going to assume I'm talking to leaders. I'm talking to people in our lives, in their lives that move. They're not stuck, and if they are stuck, they identify it, and then they find a way to fix it and to move. That's what we want. That is the vibe here. So come in. If you need help, get the help so that you can then move on, right? So this isn't that rat race that you keep finding yourself in, and you feel like we wake up 6 months down the road in 2023 and we're still here. Nobody needs that. Nobody wants that. That's not doing anyone a service. No matter how much you tell yourself that's helping your kids because you're not focusing on yourself, it's not. It's not helping them. It's not helping your husband because you don't want to make an investment in yourself, and you don't want to work on yourself, and you don't want to give yourself time. That's not helping it. That's not deepening your relationships. That's not actually going deeper with what you have. So that is the vibe here. Terry, love it. The constant interaction, support, and love topics are always spot on. Thank you, Terry. You're so awesome. Love it. Nicole, I did the Self-Way 6 week and did okay, but with more coaching during the 8 week, I know we'll do so much better. Yes, absolutely. You've got our reset program. So you're getting these weekly calls that are delivered to you that are the foundation work of starting with this, of and then with these calls on top of this, girl, you're going to be rocking. Absolutely. Because, and this is what Fallon was talking about the other day, is it's so much more, like we said, than pen to paper and do this and do this. It's stuff that we need to know how to do in our lives, in our day-to-day life. It's let's look at the way that we structure our day. It's how am I going to eat out and be successful? It's also, well, what do I do once the plan ends? Like what happens? What do I do here? So there are so many snippets and tidbits that are involved with like this transformation that I'm talking about, this like full body transformation, so that you can say at the end of the 8 weeks, at the end of 3 months from now, like, hey, I learned and I'm still implementing these things. There's always going to be fall offs. There's always going to be us hitting the sides of the bumper. If you've ever heard of me talk about, the bowling analogy, we're always going to hit the bumpers. That's okay. But at the end of the day, we all know that we go back to the fact that we're leaders in our lives. We're not settling for just turning a blind eye to things. If we need to lose the 30 damn pounds, then let's lose the 30 damn pounds. Let's get it done so that we can stop saying I need to lose the weight, right? Let's just get it done. Okay. Christy says it's life-changing. Thank you. That would be the third client that has told me that. I am so happy. This week, in the last 2 days. I'm so happy. That makes me so happy. So here's the deal. Here's the vibe. You are powerful. You are a force to be reckoned with. You are a game changer. Once you get a hold of that in this area of your life, because I know you have a hold of that in other areas of your life because you're successful. You're moving, okay? You're not a brick, you're a ball. You're rolling in your life, you have momentum. A brick is like, they're a thud. They're not moving. Okay, it's someone that doesn't care to move. It's someone that doesn't have motivation on their own. It's someone that would rather sit on the couch and be a couch potato than get up and do anything, right? That's not you guys. That's not who I'm talking to. I never want to convince someone that they need to better their life and me care about that more than they care about that. And that's not you. That's not these people here. So you are powerful. So much more powerful than you know. You can make massive change in this realm of your life, and you can feel like you are in a much different place 3 months from now, 8 weeks from now, 3 months from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, and it just keeps getting better and better. Because this is a journey that actually doesn't end, it just goes deeper. Right? Eventually it kind of can go wider. You can broaden your horizons with different things, but it doesn't necessarily even have to. The weight loss part is not the hard part. That's not the difficult part. Okay? That's pretty simple. It's science. Okay? So that's pretty simple. The hard part is actually the up-leveling work of who you are becoming through the process of shedding the weight and saying, here I am, new, I'm uncovering things. Fallon said the other day, like, I got my pink back. Yeah, I never heard that before. That's amazing. That's incredible, right? It's just saying this is more of who I am. I'm being the more me than I've ever been. I'm on fire for my life. I'm not walking around once again like I'm underwater and I can't really hear, kind of a thing. So how often, this is my question to us that I want us to really just sit and think about. And I am talking about we're focusing in a bit more on, the health aspect, weight loss, your 40 pounds you want to lose, whatever it is, but it does apply to other areas of our life also. I said this on Instagram the other day, and this is, I read this in a book years ago, and I need to find the book. The book is the Resolution for Women, I believe, and I actually wrote it in my Bible, 2019. I write all over my Bible. So I had this, and I have it in my Bible, and it's talking about how, it's just a quote from there, but it's talking about how so often we as women end up, like I've been talking about here, just get like the crumbs. Like we don't end up diving in head first, taking every bit from our life, from the season of our life that we're in. And that little analogy and that story has stuck with me for years now. And it's just really hit home recently with just what we're doing, where we're at, me starting this weekly show and wanting it to turn into so much. I have so much to bring you guys. Into the way we've changed our business, into the way that, we've got new changes coming for our family, different things like that, like not letting the season of life pass us by, like actually scraping the plate, not leaving a crumb behind, but getting all of it. And where in our life are we just taking a small portion of how good it actually could be? How is your current need for the weight loss holding you back from doing that? Because it starts with you. It really does. We can try and we can do all these other things. We can do the self-help, the self-care. Yes, that's needed. I teach you that in my programs. We talk about that. We can do the meditations and walks. Yes, we talk about that too in the program. We can do exercises to bring your core in. And to really work on your diastasis recti. Yes, we do that. We talk about those things. Or toning your legs. Yes, we do that. But how are all of those things holding you back in other areas of your life? So I want you to kind of start thinking about that and flip the switch and say, hey, look, I am a mover and I am a shaker and I am a leader in my life. I just need to learn the skills and I need to learn how to do this area better so that I can get past it, so that I can get my weight off, so that I can actually learn about nutrition. I can learn actually how to keep the weight off. Getting the weight off isn't very hard. You've probably done it before. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. Maybe it's been successful. Maybe it's come all back. Who knows? But the secret is leveling up, enhancing your life around your weight loss, letting everything elevate at the same time so that it sticks. And you are a better person on the other side of it. You're chasing that growth, right? We're wanting to live eyes wide open in every moment, in every area of our life. But so often we don't even realize that we just take a small portion of what's actually there for us, what's actually available to us. And we just say, okay, that's enough. Like, thanks. I'm just getting by. I can, I can still do this. I can still do that. But yeah, I mean, like that area suffers, but that's okay. Like, I'm willing to let it suffer. Like, no big deal. Like, we don't actually say, no, that's not okay for me. That's not okay for where I'm at. Let me do something about it. Let's level up. Let's fix it. Let's learn. Let's fix it. Okay. I personally am not at a place like that doesn't work for me. No, thank you. Been there, done that. It's time to move and it's time to go. Time to dig deep. Okay. That's not going to work for us anymore. So let's talk about the weight loss goal. Let's talk about, let's say, our 40 pounds. We've been using 40 pounds. 40-pound goal. So this 40-pound goal is actually not separated from you going all in on your life and living the best possible life that you can. You living out your calling, you showing up better at work, you showing up better as a mom, you showing up better as a wife, as a teacher, as a leader, as serving in your church, whatever it is connected. It is so connected, it is not separated. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Where are we at with that? I'm going to wait to get a few bits of things in the chat. Where do we feel we're at with that? Do you feel that it's connected? Have you felt that before, maybe, or now? Terry, agree. Okay, good. Good. Connected. How do we think it's connected? How do you find that your weight loss goal is connected to the way that you show up in your life? Fallon says 100%. Good. Good. Okay, so while you're putting that in, I want to know how. I want to see and hear your experience for how that's connected for you showing up more in your day, in your life, all of it. Nicole, very much. Good. Good. So when we decide to work on ourselves, Fallon says confidence in yourself and what you're capable of, 100%. Yeah, for sure. When I'm feeling like I have myself under control, my fitness, my food, like I'm making changes, I'm not like repeating the same thoughts every day. Girl, Brittany, you got to get yourself together. Come on, Brittany, you should have this. Come on, Brittany, why'd you eat that? You know you shouldn't. Like, you got to get the discipline. Like, how many times are we like literally like telling ourselves that? Oh, okay, let's see. It's telling me close. I have too many tabs open. Oh my gosh. Story of my life. Okay. Might be having a bad connection, but it's probably because all my tabs. How often, let me close them out. How often are we like that? Where we find ourselves literally just like repeating the same things that we've said last week, last month, last year to ourselves. And doesn't that get old and annoying? Oh, connection's fine for me. Okay, good. Maybe it's all good. I closed tabs. So let's see. Terry, ties into my energy level, mood, ties into attitude. And at my age, it ties into my strength with all. Oh, that's great. Yes, it does. 100%. It's a domino effect. It all goes together. I have a piece of hair. Let me find it. Now let's start looking at myself. Yes, it all ties together. So, strength that makes me feel whole. I love that. I love that. You know, Christopher and I were just talking this morning. We went to breakfast, and we've had so many different phases and seasons of, doing this, doing that for fitness and what our goals are and different things like that. And there was a time that we both personally just felt like so much stronger and felt like we were like, yeah, like we could, go out and like outrun, outwork, out this, out that, everybody. Like we could get it done. And I can't say that like I'm feeling that right now. That's my personal goal, is to get back to that. I'm always having these different goals, and it's okay to have them and to go through different times where you have these different goals and you're changing them, because I was just at a place to where both of us were doing a bulk. We were bulking up. We were gaining lean muscle. So that focus shifts at different times. And so like that's just reminding me, because Terry, you're talking about that strength. There's something about when you just feel strong and you feel like you could take off and you could run and you could outrun anybody. And there's something that it's just this feeling you get, and that transfers over into the way you stand, the way you sit, the way you talk, the way you speak. Like it just transfers over into all these other things. When I show up, everything else through my day goes smoother, 100%. And we cover those things also, like in the 12-week program, it's in Reset, also just like setting your day up, setting yourself up for success, because it's all intertwined. And what I really want to hit home on here is that so often we like to compartmentalize, and we like to think that it's just about what we eat and what we drink and how we work out. And yes, that will bring us results, but we can also get to the end of a weight loss, fat loss goal, and we can be really miserable. We can be really miserable, because if we're not leveling up our mindset, and we're not leveling up us as a person, we're not deepening our relationships, and we're not deciding to use this as an opportunity to also go all in on our lives, we're kind of just missing the point. We could do it and it could be so much richer. It could be so much better. That's what I care about. That is the passion that I have, to help you become the game changer in your world, in your life, in your family. That's where it's at. It's much more for me than just seeing a 5-pound loss, right? And I want it to be that much more for you. I do. So it's connected. Think about this. When we decide that we are working on ourselves, our integrity rises, okay? Our commitments become commitments to us. Like, we don't want to let ourselves down. Fallon, she's been posting here recently, like, I was telling her the other day, like, she a picture like, oh, my motivation is not here. Well, I did it anyways. Get it, girl. Yes. Yes. Like, our commitment to ourselves it means more than the way we feel that day. Right? Because it's the commitment to ourselves, because we're seeing the results, we're seeing the progress, but we're also leveling up as a person at the same time. That's the real work. That is like the cherry on top. That's it. That's everything. So our personal power rises. We feel like a leader in our lives. We feel like, we're living with eyes wide open. We want to invest in our children. It wakes us up. Really, to sum it all up, it just wakes us up. Okay? And we start to see, hey, maybe I'm like being a zombie here. Maybe I'm spending too much time looking at things and scrolling at night in my free time. Like, I just pick up my phone and just look for no reason. Like, why do I need it? I just need the dopamine hit. I'm addicted to it. Like, I don't need that. That's another thing for me. I told Christopher at breakfast this morning, I'm working on this. Like, put this down, do what I need to do, and then put it down and go live my life, right? Somebody knows how to reach out to me. You want to get in here? You know what to do. I don't need to chase you, because you're a leader. You know what to do. So I can do this. I can do what I need to do. I can put it down. I can go. I can live my life. I can turn inwards and actually live. That all starts from literally just deciding to level up ourselves. So that 30-pound goal, that 40-pound goal, that 10-pound goal, that body recomposition goal. Maybe you don't have the weight to lose, but you just want to look different. We'll talk about that, like toning. We're going to do a training on that. I will show you what that really means. We will go into depth. We will talk about it. But none of that stuff matters if we don't do this work to start with. And we don't realize, I want to bring myself along with the transformation. I don't want just a physical transformation. Let's take it deeper. Let's make it count for something. And let's do it the right way. So it's Women's History Month, right? women have like, I only coach women. This is my passion. I care about this so much. I'm so passionate about it. I grew up in a, like my parents got divorced when we were younger. Like I saw my mom, I saw the struggles, I saw the this, I saw that. I saw the way she, like, she got it together. She rose up, she did it, she supported us, she took care of us. And in all of that, I watched and I just saw, man, we can do powerful things. Like women can change the world. We're teaching our babies. We're showing them. We're showing them that this actually isn't really living, right? That sitting on the couch, that eating crap that we just crave right now, that's not worth it. We're showing them that, hey, even though, like, yes, that sounds so good, we can have that in moderation, but we also have to have this, and here's why. Because I want you to be able to get out there, and I want you to be able to run your butt off, and I don't want you to be embarrassed because you're lagging behind and you can't run. I want you to live a full life, so I'm going to start living a full life. I'm going to start with me so I can spread it. I'm going to teach you those kinds of things. So our little people are the ones that grow up, that contribute to society, right? And so if we can't bring it back to us and say that our lives are worth the work to work on right now, that we are worth this work, that it's not just yes, it's 40 pounds that I need to lose, and I've been needing to lose it for, 8 months. I've been needing to lose it for 12 years now. I never got my baby body, post-baby body back. Girl, get at it. Let's go. That's the simple work. Everything else that comes with it, that's truly leveling up. So let's get it taken care of so you can move on. Clients of mine, you guys know I always say, like, the goal is for this to just be the soundtrack, like behind you, the music playing while you're doing your other work. You should transform and you should lose your weight in a way that lets this become a habit that you don't have to try so hard and white knuckle it every day to think about. Am I doing it right? Okay, I have to get it just right. Yes, when you start, that's the way it starts, but it doesn't end that way. At some point, it becomes second nature to you. I say this all the time. That's the goal, to be lifestyle lean. That's what this group is all about, because we're living our lives as we're in the best shape of our lives, and we're doing it with eyes wide open, and we are influential people. So if we can't say this work is worth it, then what are we even doing? What are we doing it for? It's more than just a number on the scale. Okay? So that is not the vibe. The vibe is stepping up and saying, no, I want to do it. I want to do the work, and I want to do the work on myself as we do it. Okay? So as we're watching, those of you that are on replay, let us know. Let me know that you're on replay. Tell me what's hitting for you, because this helps me to plan our further trainings, okay? And so stepping into that next version of yourself does require you to shed physically what needs to go, mentally, spiritually. It requires you to go deeper, okay? If we think it doesn't and we can just do it and be surface level and just download an app and be good and we don't want to work on ourselves, okay, that's fine. But that's not the work that we do here. We go deeper here. We care about the person and the human being here and the legacy that we are living and the legacy that we are leaving. We want to unlock the potential that we have. Okay, so we want to stop settling for brain fog that makes it seem like every decision we just can't even make during our day, or we're walking around like zombies. We have crappy sleep. We're not really fully, truly like embodying and living the life that we know that we are supposed to. 30 days can look completely different for you. Like, completely different for you if you believe that it can, if you're willing to do the work that it takes to get to that place. And this is the work that we will do here. We will work on these things. We will talk about these things. But I wanted to start with this episode here, and I just felt like this is what I wanted to say, because if we get this and we can nail this down, those of you that are clients, like you're like, yes, Brittany, I know, like this, you talk about this, and I do, but I need the reminders. You need the reminders. We only get this one life. That's it. And so if we can get this, then the other strategies, the other tactics, we layer on top of it. And that's when it works and it clicks, and this becomes more of a lifestyle change for you than just a 6-week program, right? 6-week programs are everywhere. That's not what you need. You need something that's going to stick. You need something that's going to elevate everything. So you are welcome. You are welcome. Come sit with me every Thursday. Come hang out with me. Please share if you feel like this was something that helped you today, if this gave you just that little fire, that little ignite that you needed, if there was an aha moment. I want to encourage you to be otherworldly, to want to scrape the plate of your life, to live life to the fullest, to not settle for being a zombie, for needing to get the weight off, but pushing it off another month and another month and another month, because it's costing you. Every time that you do that, it's costing you. Be uncommon. Be uncommon. Live eyes wide open and fight to be that best version of yourself that is there. We just have to work at it. I have to fight through it every single day. I got to pull myself up and I'm going to say, nope, this is what's acceptable. This is where we're going, Brittany. I have to remind myself every day. Okay? So that's all I got. Let's freaking go. I'm excited. I am pumped. Like I said and have said a million times, I have big plans for this. I hope that you join me. I hope that you come. I hope that you spread it. I hope that this can land on ears and really, 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 really deep down help people. Okay? When we share, when we decide to get better, everything else gets better in our lives. All right? So I love you. I love you. If this helped you, share it. You will see me here next week. We will have a topic. I likely will share the topic beforehand, so you will get an invite, but you will find me here next Thursday at 1 o'clock. I can't wait to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Bye, guys.